But when you take what is not truly yours, you must be ready for the consequence. Even though Chika was now the one being mocked and avoided by the villagers, she did not stop living her life. She woke every morning, carried her pots, and walked quietly to the village stream to fetch water, just as she had always done. One morning, as the mist still rested on the water, Chika began to sing. Not far away, the prince had decided to take a walk to clear his troubled mind. As he wandered closer to the stream, the song reached his ears and his steps slowed. He stopped. That voice, he knew it. Drawn by curiosity, he moved closer, but when he finally saw the singer, his heart jumped in fear. The voice was beautiful, but the face did not match it. Startled and confused, the prince turned and ran away without looking back. Yet, from that very day, the image of the woman by the stream refused to leave him. He began to see her in his dreams. He heard her song in his sleep, and slowly, without understanding why, his heart began to drift away from Ada. Ada noticed. She noticed the distance, the silence, the way his eyes no longer searched for her the same way. Fear crept into her heart, and fear turned quickly into desperation. That very day, Ada made up her mind. She would not allow anything to take away what she had fought so hard to gain. So under the cover of evening, she ran once again to the herbalist, ready to make things worse if she had to, as long as it worked in her favor. Because Ada was no longer afraid of consequences, she was afraid of losing everything. When Ada reached the herbalist, Umugaku did not smile. Instead, his face grew serious. What you are playing with is dangerous, he warned her. You took more than beauty. Ada frowned. Umugaku continued slowly. Your sister did not only have beauty, she had poise. She had a voice that can bend the heart of any man. Ada's breath caught. And listen carefully, he added, if the prince ever falls in love with Chika in her ugly form, the spell will reverse. Ada's eyes widened in fear. You will not only get your old face back, you will die. Ada staggered back shaking. For the first time since this all began, real fear entered her heart. She begged him for another way. After a long silence, Umugaku spoke again. There is only one escape. He reminded her of the egg he had given her in the beginning. You must break that egg on Chika's face. He instructed. If you do, the spell will deepen. She will become even more uglier. No one will ever believe she was once beautiful. The prince will never love her, and no man will. Ada did not hesitate. Fear gave her speed. She turned and ran, running as fast as her legs could carry, desperate to retrieve the egg before it was too late. Meanwhile, back in the village, the prince had already found Chika. This time he did not run. He approached her calmly, ignoring the villagers' whispers, ignoring the fears that confused him. He listened, truly listened, as she spoke. And in that moment, the prince made a decision. He would leave fear behind. He would leave appearances behind. He would finally uncover who this woman truly was. And unknown to both of them, Ada was already on her way. Ada ran with the speed of lightning. Her heart pounded as she rushed towards the hidden spot in the forest where she had kept the egg. The same egg that held her borrowed beauty. Fear drove her forward, faster than she had ever run before. She was ready to destroy. Meanwhile, by the village stream, the prince had finally found Chika again. He noticed her gentle voice, the kindness in her words, the calm way she spoke. Chika offered him water from the stream, and he accepted it gratefully. Chika was not only beautiful on the outside, she was beautiful on the inside. As they spoke, Laughter escaped Chika's lips, soft and genuine. From a distance, Ada saw them. She saw Chika smiling. She saw the prince leaning closer, and rage filled her heart.